What is going on, everybody? Sports expert here, and we have another MLB rumors video today. And the headlines today will be the New York Yankees and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Tomorrow, we're probably going to mix it up a bit with some other teams, so we'll see. But yeah, today's Friday, so we have a trade proposal that came out today by a Yankees writer and everything, and the Yankees have shown interest in this player for some time. So then he also put a trade proposal out. So this could be interesting. Breaking: Yankees and Dodgers may trade for these players post lockout. We also have some Dodgers rumors to go through, and we also have a Yankee signing too. So please stay tuned for that. For more MLB rumors each day, please hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Turn on the post notification bell. Like the video. It would mean the world to me if you hit the like button. It will help our video in the algorithm. Comment what you think. That would also help in the algorithm. I appreciate it, guys. So yeah, let's get started. The New York Yankees have been discussing trades with multiple teams. This was all before the lockout, obviously, and it will happen post-lockout, but this is all we really got right now during the lockout. And the Phillies have been one of them, according to The Athletic. The Athletic, I mean, it's tough to get on to the Athletic articles, but I've read those articles, and the Yankees and Phillies have been discussing trades. And beat writer Doug Rush made this potential trade proposal between the two teams, a player that the Yankees have shown interest in, and the Yankees may not be able to pry him away, but it would be interesting for sure. The New York Yankees would acquire starting pitcher Aaron Nola from the Philadelphia Phillies. I also considered myself putting Rhys Hoskins in the deal, but that wasn't really mentioned, and I'm not going to do that right now. It's just, this focus is just going to be on Nola. And the Phillies acquire outfielder Joey Gallo. The Phillies would fill a need in the outfield as they acquire Gallo. Starting pitcher Domingo Germán, who could replace Nola. Nola, who's had some up and down moments over the last couple seasons. Starting pitching prospect Luis Medina. He would be interested. Luis Medina. Shortstop Oswald Peraza, who's been floating in trade talks for a while. And starting pitcher Clark Schmidt. Aaron Nola has a couple more seasons left on his deal, and this could be a potential package to pry him away from the Phillies, as the Phillies may say Nola's not as valuable anymore, and they may look to get a big package for him as they address a couple of needs. They get a potential replacement in Germán. They are able to get an outfielder in Gallo. They get some prospect capital too with Schmidt, Peraza, Medina, which could also help the Phillies acquire a legitimate bat and maybe Brian Reynolds or Ketel Marte, something around that area. So that would definitely be interesting for the Phillies. So this could be an interesting deal. I don't think it will happen, but it's something I would really like to see. And what do you guys think? Would you guys like to see this deal or no? Comment what you think. Who would win this deal? I would say the Phillies would win it, but it would be close. According to articles from Eric Stephen from SB Nation, Robert Murray of Fansided, and Ken Rosenthal of The Athletic, the Los Angeles Dodgers are looking to improve their pitching staff, and they seem to have interest in A's starting pitcher Frankie Montas and Red starting pitcher Luis Castillo, with the Dodgers losing Scherzer and Kershaw being an uncertainty as he's a free agent and with injury problems. They need a starter and will be aggressive post-lockout. So the Dodgers, they haven't spent too much other than re-signing Chris Taylor, but they are looking big for a starting pitcher. They have the prospect capital to do so, and if you're the Dodgers, what are you trying to give up for these guys? Montes is only making $5 million this upcoming year. He has a couple more years on his deal. Same with Castillo, but he's making a bit more. So if you're the Dodgers, you're basically picking and choosing here. Who do you want, Montes or Castillo? I think Castillo's a bit inconsistent. I think he's a solid pitcher, but there's definitely inconsistency in his game. I would go with Frankie Montas here. You could say the same thing for him, but at the same time, I think Montas is a lower cost. I think he's a lower risk. I really like what Montas has. He's one of the best sinkers in baseball. I just think the Dodgers would really benefit in a Frankie Montas trade. A lot of teams love Castillo, and most people will say Castillo's the guy to acquire, but I'm a big Frankie Montas fan, and his stuff is absolutely ridiculous. If I'm the Dodgers, I'm looking to acquire him this offseason. The Texas Rangers have started selling spring training tickets, which shows a development and potential optimism about the lockout. So the lockout, it's obviously been going on for over a week now. Is this a sign of potential optimism that the lockout could be ending sooner than later? Will it end before spring training? We don't know. Hopefully it ends maybe mid to late January. We'll see. But the Rangers have started selling spring training tickets, which means they are showing optimism about the lockout potentially ending before spring training, obviously starting in later February. So the Rangers definitely are pumped about that. And, I'd be pumped as a baseball fan if this is true. So not sure if other teams have started selling spring training tickets, but maybe this will create a crazy development about the lockout. Former Guardians and Orioles starting pitcher Adam Plutko is headed to the KBO to sign with the LG Twins, along with former Yankees and Giants outfielder Mike Tauchman, who is signing with the Hanwha Eagles of the KBO. So, remember the KBO a couple of years ago during COVID? Everyone used to watch it. We have a couple more players hesitant to wait until the lockout and are they want a deal now. They believe they can get a nice pay raise here in the KBO. And two of those players are Adam Plutko and Mike Tauchman, guys that were on the roster bubble on the MLB rosters this past year on the Guardians, Orioles for Plutko, and for Tauchman, it was the Yankees and Giants. So Plutko and Tauchman have obviously found new homes. They are headed to Korea, and that's crazy. I mean, Plutko, he actually looked quite solid for the Guardians and kind of fell off. Same with Tauchman. A lot of Yankee fans really liked him when he was in New York, but he fell off too. But these guys probably could have gotten minor league deals at least, but they have too much uncertainty about the lockout, and they're getting decent money over there. They're probably getting better money on the KBO than they would get in a minor league deal. So good for them. I mean, Plutko and Tauchman definitely can boost their value in the KBO, so it's definitely not a bad decision by both players at all. The New York Yankees have made a signing. They are signing catcher Rob Brantley to a minor league deal that will likely include an invite to spring training. So the Yankees will add some catching depth. So if you're a Yankees fan, how do you feel about this? I think it's an okay move, but at the same time, it's just depth. Brantley isn't very that good, but depth is always a key move for teams, and the Yankees make a move there, and that's all they can really do now with the lockout, so expect them to be more aggressive after the lockout, and this is just a depth move. The Minnesota Twins are hiring former MLB catcher Hank Conger as their new first baseman and catching coach. So Hank Conger, former Rays catcher, he played for multiple teams in the majors. The Minnesota Twins are hiring him as their new first base coach and catching coach. Interesting hire here. Conger was an all-right MLB player. He was more of a journeyman. He stepped away from the game a couple of seasons ago after not really receiving much opportunity, but he will now join the MLB as a first base coach. Good for him. A great job for Conger. He was looking for an assisting job for a while, it seemed, and the Twins hire him as their first base coach, and on top of that, he's also going to be the catching coach. Great move for the Twins. I think he can develop great chemistry with the players immediately, Conger, and he's a good guy from what I've heard. I think it's a solid move, and the Twins are looking to rebound from their pathetic season, so we'll see what happens. But Conger is a solid hire. I like it. So I appreciate everyone being here. Sports expert here. Please hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Turn on the post notification bell. Like the video. Comment what you think. Commenting and liking would mean the world to me. It would help in the algorithm. It would help me, and it would help you guys as well. I appreciate everyone being here. Sports expert here. I'm out, guys. Peace.